This is a snapshot of the current state of your union. So, where you are right now, how your partner may be feeling, and of course, the significator is this Two of Cups. Now, you are represented by the Nine of Pentacles and children. So, some of you may be very focused on perhaps enjoying the relationship you have with a child or your children. It could be that you're doing something brand new. Maybe you're feeling more free-spirited or young at heart. And it may be because either somebody is giving you the kind of attention and affection that makes you feel very admired, respected, loved. Or you may have found someone that seems to be your ideal person, someone very attractive, cultured, intelligent, and this person makes you feel young at heart. They may even be younger than you. There is a focus on your total sense of well-being, having enough money, enough time, enough leisure to enjoy yourself, to pursue your own interests. Perhaps there are some influences that connect back to your childhood in some way. Now, maybe this is you're looking at property or the future for your children. Maybe this is a property that connects to your childhood. There's a number of focuses that connect to wealth, leisure, and comfort. The negative for this card is that, there can be a sense of being too closed off, too self-contained. Maybe taking more pleasure in your own company, pursuing your own creative endeavors or interests than anything else. And it may be that, you are spending an inordinate amount of time alone, perhaps to pursue new interests. But there's something going on here that's new, some kind of transformation. Now, some of you, maybe you are connecting to a mistress, or you are playing the role of mistress. In other cases, there could be some things going on where there is some accusations being bandied about, and they may be false or they may be true. There could be some rumors, gossip to address. It may connect to someone new, someone that you're just getting involved with. It may connect to your children. But if this is negative, this is something that you probably shouldn't respond to, because it's just more trouble than it's worth. It's inviting more than you even need to deal with. This card indicates just get on with your own affairs, your own business. This is about self-reliance, knowing that, you can't place everything on the shoulders of your partner or have these ridiculous expectations that much of what makes you feel good is your own accountability and your own responsibility to yourself. Having said that, you can't be so self-contained that you close your partner out. Now, this card connects to Venus in Virgo, so this is relating in a way like a Virgo. And that can mean being very discerning about your choice of partner, to the point that it becomes unattainable. So in some cases, perhaps you're closing yourself off because you have this checklist, this standard that you expect a partner to meet that's not really possible. And perhaps that becomes the excuse to maintain a barrier or keep others at a distance. There could be a lot of criticism about your partner, or maybe if you share children, there's criticism toward parenting styles or child rearing. So either you're feeling very satisfied, refreshed, renewed by a new circumstance that gives you more time and more pleasurable experiences, or you're becoming very self-contained, or there's some issue of criticism. Now, your partner is represented by the Hierophant and Solitude. Now, your partner may be involved with some kind of institution. Maybe this person works in banking or education or some kind of religious organization. But your partner is very traditional. There are perhaps rules and regulations in your partner's mind about how this relationship should play out. Some of you, maybe you're involved with a Taurus person. This could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. If not, this is about expectations, what your partner may expect of you. Your partner may expect to spend a lot of time alone, or your partner may expect that you spend a lot of time alone, given the circumstance. Now, in some cases, this can mean maybe you're married and you're living these separate lives, pursuing your own interests. Or maybe your partner is expecting to be alone with you more, to have more time alone. So for some of you, this is about a lack of fulfilling an expectation. Maybe there's some drama surrounding your relationship, given any kind of accusations, rumors, or gossips. Perhaps, this is either of you failing to come through one too many times. Your partner may say they're going to do something and then they fail to follow through, or perhaps they see you as that. So there could be a lot of drama, again, a lot of false accusations. And, your partner it may be difficult for your partner to step outside of what's going on, or you may feel that it's hard to remove yourself from negative situations. And perhaps the choice is to withdraw to your own corners, or, maybe it's you against the world. So there's some kind of situation that ties to commitment. Maybe your partner wants to get married, or married under certain circumstances, or the level of commitment is important here. And it could be that your partner is very dogmatic. They have a particular way of thinking, a belief system that they refuse to sway from. So it could be some rigid thinking, an inability to step outside of their own doctrines. Or it may be that this person wants to break the mold. They want to walk a different path. They don't want to follow rules and regulations. They want to break the mold and do something different. But given this tie to a 5, your partner may be tied in some way to change that comes about through conflict or breaking something that is established. Now, the romance is characterized by Taurus. So for some of you, maybe you're involved with the Taurus. This could be their sun, their moon, or their rising, or you have Taurus strongly featured in the chart. But your romance is one of tradition and very fixed ideas. There could be a lot of focus on pleasure. There's the expectation of living at a certain standard. Maybe even luxury of some sort. There's a focus on possession. So you may be a couple that's strongly focused on acquiring or acquisition or the experiences, indulging one another. So the sensual side of life, the earthly side of life, could be very important to you as a couple. And, that may be you're working toward common financial goals or building up your resources, or the resources of either of you prove to be important or influential in the relationship. It's also a sign that has to do with self-worth, self-value. And so you got a lot of self in here. So it could be self-worth or self-interest or selfishness. There could be issues of obstinacy in your relationship. And, either of you could be very determined to have your way. Now, you have Hanged Man and Nine of Wands. So there are things where either of you may have been waiting for a change, waiting for to take a different approach, waiting for a shift in perspective. So your relationship, Taurus is a very slow, fixed sign that doesn't like change. They prefer the status quo. And perhaps, there's some stagnancy here. And things are sort of in limbo until there's a fresh approach taken. But there could also be issues where there are some deceptions or misunderstandings about what kind of sacrifice is necessary or required to achieve something. You have to really look at what's for the greater good, what serves the purpose of the relationship, your partner, or what may be needless sacrifice, where one of you is putting in a lot of effort or expending a lot of energy or giving up a lot of resources and really achieving nothing, getting nothing in return, serving no purpose. Maybe in your mind it's a noble cause, but nothing really comes of it. So you could be waiting for something to swing the other way. There actually may be some kind of reversal. With this Nine of Wands, you've definitely been through a lot with each other. Maybe you've been through the ringer with each other together or in opposition to one another. There could be this desire to protect assets or protect what you have. So there's some disappointment here, some sacrifice, or some compassion for life's experiences. And in the course of this relationship, you've probably learned quite a bit about yourself, about life, and about your partner. Hopefully you have, because the Nine of Wands can be a victory card. Wherever you're trying to go with this relationship, you're almost there, but you're not quite there. Part of it comes through acknowledging how you got to be at this point, which would mean that each of you take accountability and responsibility for where you are in the game. Otherwise, there's a tendency to repeat old lessons until you get them. So you may be very determined to wait out a situation, wait for this partnership to improve, wait for what you feel is yours, wait for expectations to be met, or very determined to move things forward. Maybe wait a person out, wait your partner out. The underlying energy is this Ace of Swords and friendship. And so you may be seeking some clarity. Now, especially if there are issues where infidelity was an accusation, a mistress of some sort, an other person, an outsider, outside interference. You may want to get the truth about, well, who is this person? Is this really a friend, or is this something more? Or you may be getting some insights from your friends. Maybe they're weighing in on your relationship. Or maybe this is about you being more of a friend to your partner. It could be that you're waiting for a commitment. Maybe this hasn't reached romance level yet. Things are moving slowly. You're getting to know one another. You're evolving through friendship first before you get romantically involved. Now, for some of you, there could be some confrontations. Truth is not always pretty. And so some things, maybe you cut each other off, or there's a lot of arguing. Maybe, you're trying to gain some clarity, and that comes about in a very confrontational way. In the positive, you're having a lot of stimulating conversations. You and your partner may bring new concepts, new ideas, new awareness to the table that is helpful. And so, again, it changes your perspective. It offers something new. So you may either be in very defense mode, fighting for what you believe, whether it's right or wrong, or gaining some kind of clarity and truth, coming up with some brilliant solutions about how to move forward. And so it may be that you come to some kind of terms, or you're attempting to set some type of agreement.